Today, many people get grocery shopping delivered to their front door, and Sainsbury's has a long history of providing this service. For several decades in the 20th century, the company did not offer it, but further back in time, home delivery vehicles were a familiar sight on the roads in the areas Sainsbury's served. Over this talk, we will look at the first flourishings of Sainsbury's home delivery service, how it disappeared, and its resurgence over the last few decades, powered by the arrival of the internet. The very first Sainsbury shops were located in busy market streets, which drew in large numbers of customers, so there was no need to provide a home delivery service. But things changed in 1882 with the opening of the London Road Croydon branch. This marked the start of the company's expansion out of central London into its outskirts, which were then much less built up than they are today. The Croydon shop offered a wide range of products compared to the older branches, and the customer base was more prosperous and spread over a larger area. Home delivery soon became a key part of the success of this branch and similar new stores which followed a few years later. No charge was made for delivery, but orders had to be placed in the shop at least half an hour before the required delivery time, of which there could be up to 4 available each day. There was one at 8:30 a.m, 11:30 a.m, 2:30 p.m, and the last one at 4:30 p.m. The method of getting goods to customers' homes depended on how far away from the branch they lived. If it was only a mile or two, a delivery lad would get there on a bicycle or tricycle. But longer trips were made by roundsmen in horse-drawn vehicles. Before setting off, delivery staff had to ensure their vehicle was spotlessly clean and packed up the customer's orders with great care and skill. Strong-smelling cheeses had to be kept away from other items, and eggs were simply placed in paper bags rather than the cartons we have today. And it must have been a lot of fun trying to make sure that these wouldn't break on the way. Until the First World War, bicycle tyres were solid rubber, making journeys on cobbled streets an uncomfortable experience. Sainsbury spent considerable sums on maintaining and repairing its fleet of bikes and trikes and their attached baskets, so they could deal with the demands of the job. When delivery staff arrived at their destination, they were under strict orders. Roundsmen and delivery lads must deliver all parcels to the customer's house, and on no account surrender goods in the street or at the gate of the house. Carrying extra goods to make further sales was also not allowed. And a 1914 instructions book that we have in the archive states that every roundsman is provided with price lists and the quality of goods is known to all buyers. Therefore, the hawking business is unnecessary. With large distances to cover, time could not be wasted. Although the work of the delivery lads could be difficult, Sainsbury recognised their importance, and if they worked hard, many could expect to be promoted to roundsmen or take on other roles in the company. And this is an image of Harry Webb, who was the delivery boy at the Enfield branch. The First World War posed many challenges to Sainsbury's operations, and home delivery was one of the areas severely impacted. Many delivery staff left the company to serve their country, and horses could be requisitioned for use by the army, so customers were encouraged to carry smaller parcels themselves. In some areas, home delivery was stopped altogether. The company still strove to take goods to the homes of elderly or ill customers, however. After the war ended, deliveries from the branches resumed their earlier importance. Sainsbury's continued its expansion into suburban areas, and few customers at this time had their own cars, so they could not easily transport large loads themselves. Branch staff were instructed that when a customer is moving out of the neighbourhood and to another district where we are represented, the shop services department should be advised, and they in turn will arrange for her or him to be waited on by the local branch. Sainsbury's regularly produced new price lists for the roundsman to distribute, which advertised the ever-increasing choice of foods available to order. In 1915, Sainsbury's purchased its first motorised van. This was a Model T Ford. It was quickly recognised as the future of delivery vehicles, and by 1928 the company had 37 Fords and 80 Morris vans to transport goods from the shops. These were painted a handsome dark red with cream roof and gold lettering spelling out J. Sainsbury's and the address of the relevant branch. Some vans also advertised important products like butter or blue caddy tea. By knowing the addresses and purchasing habits of customers who received deliveries, Sainsbury's was also able to advertise its wares in a more targeted way. It sent out free samples of butter to encourage those who were not already buying it to do so. The scale of customer data held by the company became so large that a mechanised punch card system was required at head office to manage it all. In the late 1930s, the database comprised over 250,000 names and addresses, and the Marylebone branch alone had over 4,600 customers on its books. But the more customers it delivered to, the more Sainsbury's realised that the service was becoming uneconomic. The company faced a difficult decision. Should it continue to provide a free home delivery service, even if it meant rising the price of goods? With great reluctance, it was decided in 1934 to introduce a charge of 6pence for small orders. Robert Sainsbury, who's the grandson of the company founders, stated that we simply cannot continue to supply the finest goods at such low prices and to give an addition of family service without some charge in our system. It would have been quite easy for us to have made a slight alteration to our price lists, but we have always tried to maintain the same prices in every district. Free delivery was still available for orders over 15 shillings or £1, depending on the area. The minimum order in the late 1930s was 2 shillings, although managers could still waive this rule in case of sickness in a customer house or other special circumstances. The Second World War, like the First, reduced delivery capacity, and home delivery was finally discontinued by the company in 1955. A number of factors lessened the impact of the end of home delivery. By the 1960s, many customers used their own cars to transport shopping home themselves. Strong paper bags with handles available in the new self-service shops made carrying bulky purchases more easier. Increasing ownership of fridges and later on freezers meant that customers no longer needed to stock up on fresh food so frequently. So it wasn't until the 1990s that Sainsbury's once again delivered goods directly to homes, in the form of Wine Direct. This was a scheme which enabled customers to order a wide selection of Sainsbury's wines by phone or post. In 1995, Sainsbury's became the first supermarkets to sell products online, as Wine Direct became accessible in the internet through Berkeley Square, which was the UK's first virtual shopping mall. The success of Wine Direct led Sainsbury's to consider if there was once more a market for home delivery of other products. To gauge interest, it agreed in 1995 to supply groceries to Supermarket Direct, which was an independent company which took orders by phone or fax and delivered it to households in central and southwest London. Lifestyles had become busier, and getting shopper delivered quickly and easily was an attractive option to many. Retailers were also realising that the development of the World Wide Web can transform the way customers place their orders. By 1998, 10,500 people were visiting Sainsbury's website every week. And although it was then seen primarily as a reference point for recipes and other kinds of information, the company already envisaged an electronic shop on the internet which will offer a full store grocery range. Sainsbury's initially focused its attention on an order and collect service, enabling customers to pick up pre-ordered goods in stores. But it decided to add home delivery to its offer as well due to popular demand and successful trials in Watford and Solihull. In 1998, Sainsbury's became the first food retailer to offer a home shopping service covering the UK's largest cities when it launched its pilot of Orderline. 4 million customers living within a 20-minute drive of 32 large stores were able to order goods by phone, fax, or internet. They could then collect the items in-store or have them delivered to their house. Getting started with Orderline seems to have been rather more complicated than we might expect nowadays. Customers first had to visit a store to create their own catalogue of products they might want to order. Following some initial instructions from a shopping advisor, they would go around the store with a handheld scanner. It was important to scan all sizes of products which might be required and include things only bought infrequently, like herbs or shoe polish. Once Orderline was all set up, however, it was not so different to today's home delivery process. Specially trained personal shoppers who selected products in stores and decided on substitutions had an important role. Deliveries would arrive within a 2-hour window, and the choice of slots was fairly wide, although slightly less than it is today. As it had done a century earlier, Sainsbury's stressed that goods would arrive in optimum condition, thanks now to temperature-controlled vehicles as well as careful packaging. A £5 charge was made for home delivery. And I couldn't not show you this video, which explains the whole process produced by Sainsbury's.
Cornflakes and 2 cans of Heinz baked beans. Okay, that's 2 of those. A pound of farmhouse cheddar, half a pound of brie, a small tub of black olives, and half a dozen eggs.
Free range? Yeah, size 1.
1 bag of oven chips, a carton of tomatoes, Sainsbury's cherry-flavoured
yogurts, and 8 Royal Gala apples.
Sainsbury's stores are great places to shop, full of fresh quality food and so much choice. But sometimes there's more to life than shopping. That's why I'd like to welcome you to Sainsbury's Orderline, a fresh approach to shopping. When you're short of time or you just don't feel like it, Sainsbury's will do your shopping for you. Order by phone, fax or internet. Then collect your shopping from the store or we'll deliver it to your home. Let me tell you just how easy it is to get started with Sainsbury's Orderline. All you have to do is come to the store at your appointment time and then create your own personal shopping catalogue. If you don't have an appointment, you can call this number. It's 0845 301 2020. You put the catalogue together yourself, so it'll contain all your favourite brands and products, making it quicker and easier for you to order. It takes just a couple of hours, and once it's done, you'll save yourself so much time and trouble. Just go to the Orderline desk and you'll be met by one of our shopping advisors. She'll show you exactly what to do and explain how, using the scanner, you can select all the items you would like in your catalogue. Starting with fruit and vegetables, she'll help you scan what you want to include. The shopping advisor will stay with you while you get used to using the scanner. Then let you carry on with your catalogue at your own speed. Okay, well there you are.
Simple.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, at the end I'll meet you over by the customer service desk. All right, bye.
Just scan the barcodes, remembering to scan all sizes of a product you're likely to need. And remember to include things you don't buy that often, like herbs or shoe polish.
Or something you might need for a special occasion.
When you've got everything you want, take your scanner back to the Orderline desk.
Oh, hello.
Using the information you've stored, we'll produce your catalogue and send it to you within 3 days. And load it onto the internet, so you can use our shopping site if you prefer. We'll give you a welcome pack that tells you everything you need to know about the service, from opening times to important numbers.
And that's all there is to it.
Sainsbury's order line is all about choice and convenience, giving you the freedom to shop from home, from work, or wherever you are. But before I tell you exactly how to order, let me reassure you about a few things. Don't worry if you forget to scan something when you put your catalogue together. You can always add it when you order, as well as any new products you'd like to try, and the personal shopper will select them for you. You can also tell us about your preferences. If you prefer your cooked meat sliced thick or thin, let us know. And it's not a problem if you're not familiar with kilos. You can order in pounds. You don't even have to order by weight. If you want 6 slices of ham, that's fine. Now on to the ordering process itself. First, do you need same day or next day service? And would you like to collect your shopping or have it delivered? Once you've decided, choose the time that's best for you. Then go through your catalogue, marking what you want. To order by phone, call 0845 301 2020. When we've taken your membership number and password, we'll ask for the product code, a brief description of each item, and the quantity you want.
Uncle Ben's long grain rice, 375 grams. Yes, that's one. And 4 avocados, right ones please.
And remember to give us any special instructions. We'll make a note of them and then pass them on to the personal shopper. Ordering by fax is just as easy. Complete the cover sheet telling us your preferred time for collection or delivery, and fax your order on 0845 301 2021. We'll call you back to confirm the details. Now, what about using the internet? Again, it's very simple. To log on, all you need is your membership number and password. Then you can order from your catalogue online, adding anything extra you want from the full supermarket range. When we've received your order, we'll pass it on to a personal shopper. Specially trained to shop on your behalf, they'll follow your instructions, and if you want, select multi-buy offers to save you money on the items you've ordered. If you ask for something that's out of stock, they'll look for another item that's similar, either a different brand or the next size up. You'll get a chance to check anything we substitute for you, and if you're not happy with our choice, no problem, we'll take it back. When your shopping is done, we'll calculate your bill. The price you pay is exactly the same as you'd pay in store, plus the service charge. We'll pack everything carefully, storing it at the correct temperature until it's ready for collection or delivery. Each time you order, you can choose how you want to receive your shopping. Collection is quick and easy. Just come to the store at the pre-agreed time. A personal shopper will bring your shopping to you, packed and ready to go. All you have to do is check any substitutions and pay your bill, and we'll add all the reward card points you've earned. Or if it suits you better, try home delivery. At the pre-agreed time, your shopping will arrive in a special temperature-controlled Sainsbury's van. For added security, all our drivers carry ID cards. You'll get to check any substitutions, and anything you don't want will be taken back and deducted from your bill. We take your payment card details when you order. So just give us your signature and we'll settle the bill back at the store.
Do you want us help? Okay.
Yep.
Great.
There we go. Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Take care. See you soon.
Bye-bye.
So there you have it. That's Sainsbury's order line. Everything you love about Sainsbury's without having to shop. Well, I hope you found this video useful. If there's anything else you'd like to know, then you can contact us on 0845 301 2020 or ask when you come into the store to put your catalogue together. By the way, if you've got a friend who you think might be interested in Sainsbury's order line, then why not pass this video on to them? And one more thing, don't switch off just yet. If you want to find out even more, press pause on your video recorder. Happy shopping.
1999, Sainsbury's announced plans for the first Orderline fulfilment centre located in West London. It will be the largest food picking centre in the UK and enabled the company to serve 10,000 customers each week, operating alongside the existing in-store order picking method. It was also decided that Orderline would temporarily be discontinued outside the M25 as it was more economically viable to focus initially on customers in London. Other supermarkets were also moving into the home shopping market, and Sainsbury's hoped to gain an advantage by offering a wider range of products than its rivals. At the same time as it was introducing Orderline, the company also experimented with a more novel form of home delivery in pedicabs. These were pedal-operated rickshaws that transported shopping and customers home at the same time. Despite the environmental benefits, as pedicab drivers would also transport any items for recycling back to the stores at no extra cost to the customers, this scheme did not become widespread like Sainsbury's tricycles had once been. In the year 2000, it was becoming clear that the future of remote shopping was on the internet. At the start of 1999, online orders accounted for just 15% of Orderline's business, but a year later, this had increased to 45%. Sainsbury's therefore decided to relaunch it with a new, more customer-friendly website and a more personal name, which was called Sainsbury's to You. The new name now emphasised that it was a home delivery service, and delivery vans are a key part of the rebranding. They provided mobile advertising, as the old branch delivery vehicles had done decades earlier. The website began to include features we expect today, such as storing details of previous orders and displaying information about products which previously could only be read on the packaging in stores. There was also no longer any need to visit a store and set up a list of regularly purchased products. Within a few months of the relaunch, the service had expanded outside the M25 once more, and Sainsbury's was able to deliver to half the households in the country. Sainsbury's to You quickly proved popular. The website continued to be improved, and in the first few months of 2002, orders increased by 100%. By this time, 70% of UK households could book deliveries. Just like a century earlier, home delivery was an important way for Sainsbury's to serve customers over a wider area than the immediate surroundings of its stores and reassert its reputation for excellent service. The major impact that delivery drivers had was recognised in 2004, and 300 of them transferred from distribution company Ryder and became Sainsbury's colleagues. For many customers, they were now the only staff member they came into regular direct contact with. In 2005, the Sainsbury's to You name was phased out as the company moved its online operations under one simple umbrella to sainsburys.co.uk. But the importance of home delivery, now known as groceries online, continued as word spread and more customers started using the internet. By February 2006, 45,000 deliveries were being made in a single week. Customer demand soon prompted Sainsbury's to expand into delivering a wide range of non-food items, including ones too big to sell in store, everything from sheds to beds and much more besides. In the 12 months to October 2013, online grocery sales passed £1 billion. Weekly deliveries had grown to 190,000. Over 1,600 vans were on the road. 96% of the UK was covered. 3 years later, Sainsbury's acquired Home Retail Group plc, the owner of Argos and Habitat, and it was clear that both food and non-food delivery would continue to be an important part of Sainsbury's business for the foreseeable future.